Am I the asshole? For not letting my daughter go to a Halloween party? My husband and I have 6 kids. Our 2 oldest are our 15-year-old daughter, Autumn, and our 13-year-old son, Thatcher. Thatcher and Autumn are both at the age where they don't go trick-or-treating for Halloween anymore. Both of them have different parties they want to go to. Thatcher and his girlfriend want to go as Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. My son plays baseball and watches all sports, including the NFL. His girlfriend is into Taylor Swift. Autumn and her boyfriend want to go as Marie and Pierre Curie. The issue has been Autumn and her boyfriend saying mean things to Thatcher and his girlfriend about their costume. The biggest issue is that they said that his girlfriend shouldn't be Taylor Swift because his girlfriend is black. We are white and live in a very white area. She's one of the few black kids in the district. Thatcher got into a massive argument with Autumn over this. We weren't home when this happened, but when Thatcher told us what happened, we spoke to both of them. Thatcher was justifiably really angry. He said that it didn't matter because anyone can be Taylor Swift for Halloween. Thatcher tries to learn about his girlfriend's struggles and culture. We talked to Autumn about this and she at first dismissed it. We pushed her and she wouldn't apologize until we had to threaten to take away her electronics. A few days later, she made a comment about how dumb the costume was and how they're only going as it because they're famous and how my son is just following trends. Autumn was talked to again and she apologized. The last straw was yesterday. I had gotten a call from Autumn's science teacher that her and her boyfriend were complaining about Thatcher's costume and had made other kids uncomfortable. I apologized and she said that Autumn and her boyfriend had said racist things before and I asked why she didn't tell me. She told me she emailed me. After talking for a bit, we realized the email in the school's system was wrong and I gave her my correct email and she said she'd help me get it changed in the system. I talked to Autumn and she said that her and her boyfriend just tell the truth in class. She also admitted she wasn't sorry for what she said to Thatcher. I told her she wasn't allowed to go to the Halloween party and she told me I was overreacting. I asked some of my friends for advice and they said I was being too hard on her. My son, however, is really upset and says that knowing she's getting grounded for her behavior makes him more comfortable bringing his girlfriend over. He says he wouldn't want to live with us if we didn't punish her racism. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. Your friends are wrong. Your daughter is racist. You need to figure out the source of her racist behavior. Not the asshole. If Autumn is making racist comments in school and the teacher has noticed and reported it to you, you have to take a stand and make her realize this is unacceptable behavior. It seems harsh, but grounding her from the party may be what it takes to make her realize the seriousness of her unacceptable behavior. Good luck. Not the asshole. She is all of 15 years old. I knew better at 8. The question is where she has learned this racism because these opinions do not form in a vacuum. Not allowing her to go to the party is a good start. But I would seriously figure out why she's saying all these racist things. Could she be learning all this from this boyfriend of hers? Not the asshole. Unrepentant 15-year-old racist. Missing the party should be the least of her worries. Everything of hers needs to be re-examined. Online usage, BF. Your son's GF is not safe in your home from your daughter. Let that sink in. Dude, your daughter and her BF are racist. Her Halloween party when she is 15 does not matter right now. Not the asshole. Have you met the boyfriend's parents? If not, maybe you should. Maybe your daughter is getting all of this from his family? And if that's the case, you may want to consider how much interaction she has with her boyfriend and his family. Absolutely the fuck not. Not the asshole and whoever these friends are that you asked for advice from and said you're being too hard on your daughter about being literally racist are not friends. They're closet racists themselves. Dump them. Immediately. Because that's probably where Autumn learned this behavior from. Absolutely not. Not the asshole. Your daughter is racist. This needs to be addressed. Not the asshole, your friends are idiots. You have to make a hard stand against racism, every time period. Not the asshole, it's our job to raise our kids to not be racist shits. I would also be very concerned that a 15-year-old and hopefully similar-aged boyfriend think it's acceptable to act like this. There's something deeper here, and honestly it sounds like neither of them are good for the other if they're feeding off of each other's racism. Not the asshole. Your daughter needs to learn there are consequences for her words and actions. I'm glad her teacher reached out. Also, Thatcher sounds like a sweet kid. The costume idea with his GF I am sure will be really popular. I would definitely recommend having your daughter in some kind of therapy, since the fact she likely ignored didn't care about hurting other students means in private with her BF and potentially other friends these are things she says, and possibly worse. Not the asshole. Racism shouldn't go unpunished, period, doubly so since she's attacking her brother. She's the perfect age to learn actions have consequences. Not the asshole. I'd make her stay home and watch a documentary on the struggles black people have went through or racism. Not the asshole. You're doing amazing as a parent for trying to get your daughter to realize that racism is wrong. It's not just Thatcher's GF, it's the kids at school too, and who knows who else she's said these things to. Not the asshole. I'm not gonna say the obvious they learned it from you comment because kids can pick up things from everywhere, not just their parents. However, if you want them to stop you will have to commit to that. Speak up more against racism, tell her racism isn't speaking the truth, that it's insidious, maybe force her to learn about it more if you can. Why these comments aren't dumb jokes. I'll be your new friend. The punishment is not too harsh. Missing one party for being racist to your son's girlfriend? Missing one party for being racist at school and making other students uncomfortable so her teacher has to email you? All while she still doesn't think she's doing anything wrong? She's getting off very easy. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. You gotta stand up for what is right. It's hard to exercise tough love, but I think this situation calls for it. It's not dumb for a black girl to want to dress up as Taylor Swift, and people will know who she is, because Taylor Swift is more than white, just like if a kid dressed as Snoop Dogg without going blackface. Not the asshole, just being a good parent and teaching their child that racism is unacceptable and will have consequences. Why is Autumn so concerned with what someone else goes for Halloween as? Too hard on her? Her ass would be grounded until I was not embarrassed that I raised a racist. Not the asshole, but you are if you let this go. Not the asshole. Tell your daughter she can't dress up as Marie Curie because she's not Polish. See how stupid that sounds? Halloween is literally the time to dress up as fantastical as you want. Race should never limit that. Snip this shit in the bud with your daughter and put up huge consequences if she doesn't understand where she's going wrong. Not the asshole, but if you listen to your friends and let this slide. Have your friends ever faced racism discrimination growing up? Are their kids vulnerable to isolation in the same way a young black girl would in a predominantly white school district? Not the asshole, but if you limit your response to punishing her, she'll just be resentful and her racist attitudes and behavior will continue. She'll probably even blame her brother and his GF for her punishment. Unfortunately, I have no practical advice on the best way to address this. Good luck. Oh my god, not the asshole, op. I just need to input one quote. However, if there's a Nazi at the table and 10 other people are talking to them, there's 11 Nazis at the table. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. You need to punish her racism, take away her electronics and don't let her go to the party. You might want to talk to his parents about the kid's racist behaviors. If it's coming from them, then you need to step in and put your foot to his ass. Not the asshole. She's making racist comments. Emo, you could be harsher with her punishment and still be fine. Racism isn't okay, and if she's not learning it from you, I can only imagine where she is learning it from. You need to figure that out and cut off their contact.